Greetings, YouTube. I am the whitest white boy you're ever gonna meet. If I got any whiter, any paler, I'd be translucent. And yes, I cannot jump. Because of this, a lot of people who are also Caucasian, and for some reason, bigots, feel very comfortable around me. I guess they figure a person this white has to be a bigot as well. Well, surprise, surprise. I am probably the least prejudiced individual you're ever going to meet. At this point in life, the only prejudice I probably carry around is against evangelical members of any dogmatic faith and the Republican Party. But these bigots, because they feel relaxed around me, often crack jokes or make comments that have definitely fallen into the category of racism. And most of the time, my reaction is either to ignore them, or I look at them and like, really? You had to go there? You had to be an ass? And they usually never make a comment like that again around me, which is kind of my goal. Years ago, I read that someone said they were ashamed of themselves because they felt nervous when they see a black person walking down the street towards them. And that even some black pundit, I can't even remember who it was, some entertainment figure I think, said that he himself felt nervous when he saw a single black male walking towards him. So that got me thinking, am I nervous when I see a black person walk towards me? Which then I stepped back at the question, and asked, have any black people ever done anything to me to justify me being nervous around them? And the reality is that they haven't. That in fact, no person of color or ethnicity has ever done anything to me that was bad. In fact, every crappy thing that's ever happened to me in my life, personally or indirectly, has been caused by a white person. Usually a wasp of some variety. Often one who's in business or politics. But even on a personal level, all the crappy things that have happened to me that I can attribute to an individual has been done by a white person. So in reality, I should be a lot more comfortable around black people and those of color than I am around white people. But my misanthropic tendencies are such that I'm about equally as uncomfortable around everyone. As you can well imagine, I, like every other American, isn't too happy with the current state of our economy. And I place the responsibility of the current state of our economy onto the Republican Party, which is run by scary white people. Old men from the business world deciding that they know what's best for the world, and that is no taxes, rape the environment, steal as much money as we possibly can, and then pass the problems on to the next generation. Except the bill came to be paid a little early, and they got caught. There's a sign behind me, off of my right shoulder. It's red, you can see it behind me, and it says, "The Recession, brought to you by the Republican Party." My wife got it for me during the last election. I eventually plan on taking a picture of it, and then putting the picture up as a wallpaper or such, so I can get rid of the sign. But it's the truth. I firmly place the blame both on the Republican Party attempting to do everything in their power to create a cheap labor pool that they can exploit, and the Democrats who stood idly by, or some of them actively attempting to become the Republican Party. It was the scary white people that caused the world's problems we have today, most of them in America, but they were also had allies in Europe, more scary white guys trying to rule the world so they can make a profit and live high in the hog off of the blood and sweat and corpses of the poor. Yes, that makes me a liberal. Yes, I do have socialist leanings, though I'm not an actual card-carrying member. I'm more of a social democrat in many ways. And yes, I believe in universal health care. But I think it's important to remember that all those minorities, which are often made to be scary by the Republican Party, don't have the power that the scary white people do. And they're the ones we should be looking at right now. they're the ones we should be pointing the finger at and asking, why did you do this? Why did you gamble with the financial structure of the world like a drunken sailor?